Heaven's Journey to Life. Parenting Building a Child's Character, Day 85. To read this post, it must be understood that we're walking this process and blog, Heaven's Journey to Life, multidimensionally, which means each post covers one dimension, but is interconnected into and as multi-dimensions in our process of walking the point in question of who I am and how this I created and manifested this entire physical existence. Thus suggested to read this blog from day one, as many of the points in previous dimensions and days and posts are always brought through into the next day's dimensions and post, as all the dimensions interconnect, as the multidimensionality we've created and manifested as our separation as energy consciousness from and of life and equality and oneness. Thus, if one is faced with this post and have not yet read this blog from day one, suggest that self first start from day one, as otherwise one will have no context of many dimensions that is walked in this post that has been dealt with in detail in previous posts. As mentioned in the previous post, we're having a look at the process of creation of illusion and separation, how we, within our mind-physical relationship, created ourselves into characters as illusions, as our utmost and absolute separation from ourselves, our beingness, and so this physical existence. How we've taken the whole as our beingness in this physical existence, created separation as energy experiences from our beingness and memories of actual physical reality to construct ourselves into characters in our mind. And within this, how we have, with creating ourselves into illusion and separation, we have equally as one manifested our external reality and existence in and as illusion and separation, in our acceptance and allowance of and as our relationship and separation between energy and substance. And within this, clarifying and specifying more in detail why and how ourselves as energy and characters of the mind is illusion, and substance and physical is what is and always has been real. But before we get to this particular point of explaining illusion and reality, let's first have a look at the process of creating and manifesting ourselves as memories and characters within them, from memories and characters of and as our parents' and minds' memories, where self can see, realize, and understand for self how we have become memories that's created and manifested ourselves from memories, to from this understanding better see, realize, and understand as we continue what's the difference between illusion and reality, and why, with us existing as memories, we're the illusion destroying and annihilating and sacrificing reality, a relationship that is becoming all the more prominent within the consequences we're individually and together experiencing and facing in and on this earth, in this accepted and allowed consequential relationship between mind and memories as illusion, and the physical body and this physical existence as reality. I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to, from the beginning to now, see, realize, and understand inequality and oneness with and as life, energy, and substance, the mind and the physical, how we have, from the beginning to now, continued existing as a separation creation machine, where I, as we, used what is here as the reality of ourselves that's always been here as our beingness and existence of and as substance manifest to create and manifest ourselves, and so all and everything as ourselves into and as illusion within our process separation and creation in our separation relationship from substance into and as energy that consume and sacrifice substance to transform into energy. That from the beginning, we have, instead of living ourselves as the real and reality of ourselves as here, inequality and oneness, realizing ourselves as here, as the equality and oneness of ourselves with and as substance, we became exceptional separation creation machines that slowly but surely, from the beginning to now, have taken pieces of our internal and external real and reality as substance and beingness within, and substance and existence without, to create, construct, and manifest in an internal illusion and reality in which only ourselves exist alone and are God and authority of and as serving only ourselves within ourselves with energy as we consume and devour ourselves as substance and here. While in this process of consumption and devouring, transforming substance to energy and illusion within ourselves that serve only our interest, intentions, and purposes alone, compromising and taking from and hoarding our beingness and substance and existence and substance to construct and create our absolute and utmost separation from ourselves and all as ourselves. Where from the beginning, we've, instead of living and realizing here, created and manifested the utmost absolute separation in our within and without, as we've stripped what is here in equality and oneness in our within and without into and as what we've become as the mind manifested in representing pieces of ourselves, of our beingness we have stripped away and separated to construct into memories and characters, representing parts and pieces of the wholeness of ourselves. Separating the very physical body into and as pieces and stripping it away to create and manifest energy experiences, taking from and separating the external physical existence within ourselves, accumulating it as memories and parts within ourselves, from and of which we'll create and manifest characters. And so, I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to, from the beginning to now, in equality and oneness with and as life, energy, and substance, the mind and the physical, seen, realized, and understood how and why we created, constructed, and manifested ourselves as illusion within ourselves, from the real and reality of ourselves as substance and existence, as our beingness and the physical here, where, in our minds, in our relationship of the mind, our beingness and the physical, we're already with coming into this world equipped within a relationship between our beingness and the mind, and from our beingness mind merging, manifested into and as the physical, from where we additionally became manifested with our parents' minds, memories, and characters that we'll use from birth throughout the remainder of our life to manifest our own personalized memories and characters from and of our parents' memories and characters. With this process of developing, manifesting, and constructing and creating ourselves as memories from memories, which work as follows. Our parents' minds, memories, and characters serves as a framework and platform from which we assess behavior, speech, sound, movements, and interactions of others in our world and reality. So, for example, taking an example of and as a child, with the mother coming face to face with the child and the mother smiles. That moment is then captured within and between the two eye blinks, uploaded into the unconscious and physical mind from the physical mind eyes, into and as the interdimensional and dimensional glass window panel, where that present moment manifests as a memory and past present moment that's in the process of becoming the child's future, as they'll use that memory and present moment past manifestation to create and construct their character. Then, from the glass window pane, the mind and consciousness proceeds with scanning the present moment memory, where the very consciousness and mind that scan that glass window panel of new present moment memories is existent and manifested from the child's beingness merged with its own mind framework and platform, that of the parent's mind's memories, where this merging between the child's beingness, its mind framework and platform, and the parent's minds and memories, developed and manifested the child's initial consciousness, where from this initial consciousness of the child, only existing as the merging of the child's beingness, its mind framework and platform, and the parent's mind and memories, the child's personalized consciousness will come into existence as the process of developing and manifesting its own consciousness. That will manifest once the child had successfully constructed and manifested their own unconscious, subconscious, and conscious mind from and of the parent's mind and memories, and also eventually new present moments they will face throughout their lives, where the child's consciousness will then transfer from the initial consciousness as mind framework, the child's beingness and the parent's mind and memories equal into and as emerging and expanding itself and including itself and its existence from the child's beingness to the child's entire mind system as the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious mind, as well as the parent's mind and memories that the child will still reference and use within and throughout the remainder of their lives. Where I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, and understand how and why we have automated our existence throughout existence in and as this relationship between energy and substance, evolving as consciousness and energy itself, as the utmost absolute system and manifestation of separation, where from the beginning as the manifested singularities, with our separation existent into and as energy only as life, we have continued and evolved in this process as the separation creation machine and system that take from our beingness and our external existence as substance to construct, create, and manifest as piece together the illusion as ourselves as memories into characters and energy experiences. And so the moment that present moment memory is manifested within and on that interdimensional dimensional glass window pane, our consciousness still existent only as the manifested merging of our beingness, our parents' minds and characters, and our own mind framework and platform would scan and move through that new present moment memory on the glass window pane. And the moment that scanning happens, with consciousness existent as the merged manifestation of our beingness, our mind framework and platform, and the parents' minds and memories, it scans to see whether within the parents' mind and memories there exist any similar and same memories of someone and a woman looking similar and the same as the mother, had smiled to either the mother and father, and how they reacted to that and such a moment within themselves. Because in the parents' minds and memories within the child is existent all their memories of who they were as energy experience and what and how they lived as physical behaviors and responses, as characters they've come to manifest throughout their lives, that transferred into the child's mind-physical relationship as an entire database of characters the child can and will use to embody and become characters in and as themselves. And so, when and as consciousness find a memory within the parents' minds and memories existent within the child's unconscious and physical mind, in and as a platform containing all of the parents' memories and characters as their minds, it will connect and merge that memory. Let's say it found a memory of the mother reacting in experience and behavior to someone smiling at her that was similar and the same to the present moment that the child was experiencing currently. So consciousness will then connect and merge that memory of the mother with the present moment manifestation of the child manifested in and on the glass window pane. And the moment that merging of the two memories manifest, that merged memory manifestation will resonate within and throughout the beingness and mind and physical body of the child. And if and as the child's beingness accept the reaction and memory of the mother's character in response to someone smiling at her, as manifested in the memory, where in the detail of the mother's memory is existent how the mother reacted in excitement when someone smiled at them and also physically responded with a smile and laugh. As within that memory of the mother's reaction to someone smiling at her was manifested the detail of how they characterize themselves when someone smiles at them. From the perspective of, in the memory of the mother's reaction to someone smiling at them, is all the detail of how they physically reacted in experience and energy within themselves, which manifested them as a character response to someone smiling at them. Thus, within the parent's memories, manifested in the child's unconscious and physical mind in a platform, is all the detail of the parent's character they created throughout their lives. The memories and characters consisting of the detail of how they internally experienced themselves and externally behaved as actual character manifestations. And so in a quantum moment, as the child's beingness accept that character response to smiling as the memory of the mother reacting in excitement and behaving in smiling and laughter, consciousness take that merged memory manifestation, upload it into the center of the mind consciousness system that's manifested in the center of the head. The moment that merged memory manifests in the center of the mind, in the center of the head and brain region, it in quantum time integrate into the entire mind-physical relationship of the child. And the child absolutely become the character in the memory and will experience and react in excitement with a laughter equal to and one with, as the mother did in her character, within the memory the child used to create and manifest their character response to their mother. And so within this entire process of the merging memories, transferred into the center point of the mind and downloaded and manifested into the entire mind-physical relationship of the child, manifested a character in the child's mind, which they physically became from and of memories and characters of the parents and mother, always existent and manifested within and as their unconscious and physical mind. And so I forgive myself that I haven't accepted and allowed myself to see, realize, understand how and why much of who we are, especially in relation to physical mind responses, as characters of other people's physical behaviors and actions as embodied characters, have been created and manifested from memories and characters of our parents within our minds. And so why and how our responses and reactions as characters to people's physical behaviors and responses as characters is so unconscious and automated that we're not even aware of the extent to which we mentally and physically react and become characters to people's physical behaviors and responses as characters. Because the moment then the child becomes that character, manifested as the merged memories in the center of their mind consciousness system, the merged memories and character within the mother's memory as her response and reaction with excitement, smiling, and laughter, then integrate and manifest into and as the child's entire mind-physical relationship. This means that as that merged memory manifestation manifests in the center point of the mind, in the center of the head and brain region, where that center point manifestation is the one point within the mind-physical relationship that interconnected the entire mind into and as the entire human physical body. So as that merged memory is manifested in that one point within the mind, the merged memory resonate as an entire mind physical imprint into the entire mind and entire physical of the child. And so that character of the mother in her memory that the child accepted and manifested in their mind physical existence becomes one layer that layer and manifest in the entire mind physical relationship of the child, which then create and manifest the child's own unconscious and physical mind. So every moment the child from that moment throughout the remainder of their life sees a person looking similar and same to their mother smiling in the particular specific way she smiled, that present moment will move through the physical mind eyes into the glass window pane, where the child's consciousness will scan the new present moment, activate the child's merged memory manifestation that layered and manifested in their entire physical mind, existence, and so the child will instantly become the character in a mind physical response, as becoming excited and having a momentary laugh and smile. And so we have, as children, manifested such physical mind responses as embodied characters from memories to and towards our external environment and world behaviors and physical responses of others' characters they've embodied and created and manifested. With such physical mind characters that's manifested and layered in our entire mind physical relationship, which is how and why we simply have come to automatically respond as embodied characters to others' physical behaviors and representations. As whatever we automatically respond to, is in fact existent as layers of characters in our mind physical relationship that will automatically activate as these characters in which we have a particular energy experience with a particular behavioral response as we become a living character from a memory we created as a child, from a memory of our parents, only always existent as living memories and characters within them. Now that one have the understanding of our relationship as energy to substance, as walked in the previous post, with how we have given life to energy and illusion at the expense and cost and compromise of substance and existence as real and reality, and how we have constructed and created ourselves into memories and characters from memories and characters of those that has gone before us, we can in the next post continue with having a look at why we're in fact illusion, and our beingness and substance and the physical body and this physical existence as substance manifest is the reality that is always and has been compromised for the illusion as energy, mind, memories, and characters to survive and exist and maintain its life from the taking and stripping of what is real and piecing ourselves into separation within ourselves as illusion. I commit myself to show how we have never in fact in equal and one awareness with ourselves, our beingness, in our equal and one relationship with the physical and physical body, decided and directed who we are in moments of interaction and participation with others, because our response and experiences in relationship with others have always been dependent, created, and manifested from memories as characters of our parents' minds within ourselves that's determined who we are and how and what we live and experience ourselves as individualized characters in relation to others' behavior and physical responses to and towards us in moments of physical reality and participation in interaction. Thus, we've constructed and created ourselves as memories and characters from memories and characters, and so have never actually, in fact, lived and really decided who we are in our living interaction and participation in existence as memories had come to control our entire mental physical relationship from birth to who and how we are now in our entire mind physical existence. I commit myself to show how we have only become memories, characters within those memories that we've created, constructed, and manifested from memories and characters of and as our parents' minds within ourselves, where all and most of our responses as who we are in the energy experience of ourselves, and how and what we live as our behavior in relation to others' behaviors and responses, have been manifested as ourselves as characters we become in a quantum moment from what we created and manifested as a child. As such characters, we become in relation to others' physical responses and behaviors to and towards us, have manifested and layered into and as our unconscious and physical mind. So now, as we continue moving and walking within this world and reality from childhood, we will thus automatically respond and activate our characters we've manifested and layered ourselves as. And from childhood, as our characters in relation to others' physical responses and behaviors automatically activate and upload within us, within the continuation of our life in our interaction and participation with others in physical reality, we then spend less time focusing on who we are and how and what we live in relation to others' physical responses and behaviors, as all of that is automated, and more time within and throughout our lives in creating and manifesting more and more and more memories, more and more characters and energy experiences as the mind and consciousness attempt and try to survive and exist. As the more and more characters and energy experiences we create, the more and more and more we separate ourselves from our beingness, our physical body, and this physical existence. The more and more and more the illusion stays alive, and the reality of who we are gets compromised. Because for illusion to exist, the reality and beingness of who we are has to be sacrificed. I commit myself to show the detail of how we created and manifested ourselves as memories from memories, both from the within of ourselves and the without of ourselves, where we initially as children developed and manifested our unconscious and physical mind as our responses, behaviors, and experiences to and towards others in our who we are as energy experience and what and how we are as our behavior and response as embodied characters from memory that we constructed, manifested, and accepted from and of our parents' memories and characters. And as we develop and manifest our unconscious and physical mind, automated responses as embodied characters to people's behaviors and responses, as we continue within our interaction and participation in reality, manifest and create our subconscious and conscious mind that will become embodied characters that we create within ourselves, from taking new present moment memories that we'll cross-reference with our beingness only, when and as our parents' minds and memories in us did not have and contain similar people, moments, and experiences as present moments and memories we face within our lifetime. And so, would with such present moments and memories with no reference from and of our parents' minds within us, only cross-reference the new present moment memory with our beingness, in seeing whether within and as any of our past lives. In day 82 of this blog, we walk the relationship between our beingness and past lives, from and of which we created and manifested our beingness in our mind-physical relationship throughout our lives, have encountered similar present moments. And when and as we do, from our beingness, find a character that we've become within our past lives that is equal to and one with this present moment we're facing within ourselves. Our beingness will connect that past life experience and character that is still here as ourselves, as what we've become, as our beingness that we accepted as ourselves, and connect it to the present moment memory as past manifest within the glass window pane. Upload the merged memories into and as the center of the mind. Resonate it through the mind-physical relationship, but specifically store such a memory and character, where only our beingness connected to the present moment memory, and not the parent's mind memory, into and as our subconscious mind, and store the merged memories there. As the subconscious mind represent the characters and memories we created anew in our current life, with the reference between our external reality and our beingness, where eventually our subconscious mind will transfer into and as our children to come, and serve as a platform for them to create and construct characters when and as they face similar and the same present moment memories as past manifest as we have within our lifetime. And so I commit myself to show how and why our subconscious mind serves as the character database that we create from memories of our beingness, and will in posts to come within this blog show and reveal how even our beingness has become an embodiment of characters we've accumulated and manifested as ourselves throughout our lives in existence. Thus still, our characters in our subconscious and created and constructed from memories and characters of and as our beingness and our unconscious mind, serves as the character database that we create from memories and characters of and as our parents' minds, equal, always in all ways, constructing and creating ourselves from memories, which is all we've become good at doing within existence, in the illusion of ourselves, within ourselves only, while everything and everyone else in existence as ourselves has been ignored, neglected, ruined, and compromised and sacrificed, as we have given illusion the authority of life only within ourselves, as memories creating memories, instead of really, in fact, ever living here together, equally as one, manifesting ourselves as life. So thus, in this the question, has life ever really in fact existed, if, from the beginning, all we've done and become is stripping and taking from here, into pieces as memories, into the separation creation of ourselves as illusion, as characters we come to embody and live out? I commit myself to show how, as children coming into this world, what we create ourselves into and evolve into as consciousness, as our automated separation and illusion creation system that evolve from initially creating and constructing ourselves from only memories of our parents' minds and memories that became our unconscious and physical mind. And from there, our personalized consciousness evolve into creating and manifesting our subconscious and conscious mind as we continue within and throughout our lives in creating ourselves from memories as memories into living embodied characters, a process that will be walked in detail as how we've come to accept and allow consciousness as a memory database and memory creation machine of energy and illusion to control who we are, never in fact living who we are in our equal and one relationship with ourselves and all as ourselves as here.